What happens when your people don't get it? Friends and family that are really just trying to push you to move forward are saying things that are hurtful because they don't understand. Like, you'll find someone else, or you're young, you'll be okay. We'll be exploring the loneliness of being misunderstood. Hi, my name is Dionne. This is the Bounce Back Widow channel, and here we help widows learn to live well after loss. Make sure you stay tuned till after the video, all the way to the end, so that you can get the free gift that I have for you in this video. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell so I'll know to send you all the updates that are coming up soon. Let's get into it. So we've talked about widowhood and its loneliness in your own private spaces, when you're in your home and you're alone, and it's either bedtime or morning, or those times when it's just you and the silence, and that's deafening. And we talked about how to tackle that in the video before this one. In this video, we're going to be talking about what it's like and what to do about friends and family that are really just trying to push you to move forward, are saying things that are hurtful because they don't understand. It's been a year. You should, kind of move forward, or you should start thinking about what's next for you, and not really being able to speak to how to do it, just suggesting out of their butt cheeks, because that's what people do when they love you but don't really know what to say to you. There is an emotional isolation around being surrounded with people, or surrounded by people who love you but don't understand grief, right? That's what I mean by kind of talking out their butt cheeks. Like, nobody before this type of loss, if you hadn't dealt with the loss of a spouse before, none of the griefs that you dealt with before really prepare you for something like this. So not only is there's no training for anybody, just like you probably said some crazy things to people without, meaning. You probably said things like, oh, they're in a better place. Oh, at least they don't have to be in pain anymore. Just things that were not in line with what helps you at all. So we're going to talk about that today. A couple of things that we're going to talk about are what to do when the support and the family and friends that are surrounding you kind of dries up and become toxic, right? We're going to be talking about setting boundaries with love. We're going to be talking about finding or building a grief-literate community. And we're going to be talking about spiritual affirmation. Okay, let's get in. When the support dries up and becomes toxic. And what do I mean by toxic? I mean relationships that are draining you, exhausting you, questioning you. That kind of help is not helping. That kind of support and love is not loving. What we start to do is isolate. We start to feel like disconnected when we are in rooms with those people, in conversations with those people. And we start to do things like avoid those people. I'm not going to say that's not the way to go, because that's up to you to do, and discernment will tell you who is healthy for you to be around and who is not. I would suggest that not so much isolating yourself, but possibly seeking out other people that don't make you feel that way. I know that sounds pretty obvious, but sometimes we tend to get into a spiral where we feel like everyone we know, or everyone we used to like, or everyone we are counting on is not supporting us in the way we'd like, and we dwell on it. We get stuck in it. We replay what they've said and the hurt that they've created over and over and over again, and we sit in that hurt instead of seeking out new spaces to feel fulfilled and be supported and be loved. Where would those places be? Well, there's places online, there's communities that you can reach out to. There are plenty of, and they weren't back when I was widowed, but 15 years ago, but now there's so many more spaces. There's the Next You Widow Network that I'll drop the link for below, shameless plug. There are so many spaces now where you can emote, you can speak freely, and you can connect with people that can say, I get you, therefore I got you. And I think that is the best solution to toxic friends, and not really being able to be yourself on your journey with the same people you used to be yourself with, and on your other journeys in life. It's not that you are being abandoned by these people that aren't able to love you properly. I think it is forcing you to be rerouted. I think it's forcing you to find the people that are your people. I think this is your red flag to be able to finally meet people in your life that you would have never met under any other circumstance before, and get the type of support just by being open to it. A lot of times we don't know what support is out there because we don't believe the support exists. And all this time, there were widow community meetups that were out there, church drives that were out there, that because we were so busy folded up in our burrito of hurt and pain of this person didn't do for me the way I did for them, or the way I would have done for me, or the way I have demonstrated I want to be loved. We're so busy having that argument that we have blinders on, and we're not able to look around or not mindful of what else there is ready and available to support us. I'm a big proponent and a big advocate of find another community. Not necessarily cut those people off, because that's a lot of work and emotional work that you might not be ready to do. But if you are busy in other spaces, if you are otherwise occupied, that is the first step to cultivating the environment that is healthy for you, works for you, and doesn't necessarily need to confront all of that over there. Eventually, probably, but at first, you have enough drama going on, right? So when you're ready to address the drama over there, I would suggest setting boundaries with love. What do I mean by that? You don't have to cut people off to get the dosage of them that you deserve, right? There are some people in my family, in my support circle, in my friend group, I can only take so much of, right? Everybody has that one cousin, that one uncle, that one friend that, you don't want to be around them for more than a day, right? And so setting healthy boundaries with love for yourself is the main ingredient here, because of course we love them. Of course, we would do what it takes for them to let them know they're loved, but we need to practice self-love in these very sacred and very tough spaces, right? Putting other people first is not going to help us in these self-building, self-healing spaces. Sure, it will build character and build pathways and build love and relationship for them, for us down the line. But here in this space is when we need to be taking care of ourselves. This is self-care. Not the nails, not the spa. This is self-care. Saying to yourself, if I go to this family reunion, I'm going to make sure that I am there for 1 hour or however long you can take them. And then I'm leaving. I will already have a preset. I got to go. I have somewhere to be. I got to get my socks ironed. I don't know. Got a cat stuck in the vacuum cleaner at home. Like, whatever it is that you got to do to make sure that you can gracefully and unquestionably exit. Do what you got to do, sis. Do what you got to do, okay? Last thing I want to talk about is spiritual affirmation. So faith may be a tough spot for you right now. And so if it is, I'm going to recommend a different video when this one's over, so that you can dive into that and explore that and work on your reconnection. Because I would hate to say to you, God loves you, God sees you, you're not alone, and that bounce off your forehead, because you're just not in a space where you can accept that right now. Or you're not in a space where that makes sense to you right now. Or you're in a space where you're fearful and questioning and afraid to even lean into that right now. So I'm going to put a pin in that piece for another time. But if you are ready and you are feeling like, yes, I understand how my faith plays a big part in my growth right now. I understand that I'm growing where I'm going, and that my faith is going to be part of this going and growing as I figure out how to take care of myself, then absolutely I would suggest that you lean into your prayer, lean into your faith. And when it came specifically to me, to leaning into my faith, I had a hard time understanding even what that meant and how to do that. And long story short, because I will dig into this in a different video, digging into who I am, why I am the way I am, my core values, and what makes me happy, what makes me involved, what makes me engaged, and what makes me fulfilled. Really leaning into doing those things gave me purpose and helps me understand that I was indeed not just specifically made, but wonderfully made. And that's what led me back to my faith. And so, like I said, that's a whole nother conversation. But when it came to loneliness, about friends not understanding me, when I was finally able to lean on God and get that faith piece and understand how that worked, it was everything. Because when I felt I was wonderfully made, and I knew why I was wonderfully made, and I knew how to activate what was wonderfully made in me to be fulfilled, to be able to respond back to people in a loving way and say, oh, if they said things like, oh, he's in a better place, or, oh, you can meet another man again someday, I could answer as me. I could show up as me and not feel attacked, accept them for who they are, and stand in who I am and who God made me to be. I was a very clever and witty and outspoken person when I want to be, right? And so a creative, clapback was always on the tip of my tongue, because I knew and I felt good about that's not mean, wasn't mean clapbacks, but creative, in ways that made me feel proud of myself, made me feel like, because I'm God's kid over here, ma'ams and sirs. So I'd say things like, well, what I am content with and excited about whatever God has for me right now and what he has for me in the future. So whoever and whatever is coming for me, I'm at peace with who I am without him, and I'm at peace without having to jump into another relationship to be okay. So like those types of things I was able to stand in when I didn't have the faith piece. I just stood there and let it attack me. I just kind of shrunk and was like, yeah, okay, and disagreed wholeheartedly, but didn't know where to stand 10 toes down in order to rebut. So there's that. I hope that was helpful for you guys. This segment has been about loneliness around people that are your people, your friends, and feeling misunderstood in that loneliness. If you have questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. I always answer my comments, and I will see you guys in the next video, which is about the loneliness of losing yourself. Am I me anymore? Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. You stayed till the end, so you get the free gift. Our free gift for this video is the Next You Widow Network group. You get a free trial, free for 7 days. It's our private membership community for widowed women who are ready to move from just surviving to intentionally rebuilding and thriving. Inside the network, members receive monthly live sessions, coaching, and real talk for real-life widowhood. Prayer and devotionals, mini courses, giveaways, exclusive discounts. This is ongoing sisterhood, and you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're newly grieving or years past your loss and wondering what's next, this is your place to land, grow, and rise. I'll see you there.